Hi guys, welcome to another video. No? So for this video, let us tackle the miscellaneous problems. No? So tatlong common problems lang po yung under miscellaneous problems sa algebra. No? Yung tatakal natin today is age problem, motion problem, and clock problems. So there are more, no? Like mixture, digit problems, and work problems. Pero under na rin naman siya ng ibang discussion ko dati. So balikan nyo na lang po doon. So for each problem, let's start by discussing its principle. Excuse. So ang main dilemma natin sa each problem, syempre, is yung English, no? Yung pagbasa natin, pag-intindi kung nasa ang timeline na ba tayo. So first, syempre, let us recall kung paano natin malalaman kung nasa ang timeline tayo, no? So tatlo lang naman yung timeline natin: past, present, and future. So for example, we have a present time given, no? So we have a kid here. So at present time, let us say na unknown natin usually dyan, syempre, is yung age nila at X time. Then, kapag sinasabi na nasa past time, we have a common identifier, no? Sabihin na natin identifier. Kung nasa past time ka, syempre yun yung mga ago, was, were, and last year, and so on. So madali lang naman siya identify. So kung for example, we have an X year. So yung X age niya is maminusan po natin, no? Maminusan natin kung ilang years pass. Okay, so years pass. Then kung for future naman po, same lang din naman yung gagawin natin, no? So if we are representing the age at present as X, then ang magiging age niya in the future is in addition form po, no? So X plus years added naman po tayo, no? So ganun lang naman siya kadali, guys, no? So ulitin lang natin yung sa mga years past. Then let's move on to an example. So we have situation 1 here. 2 years ago, the ratio of the ages of a boy and a girl was 3:4. In 8 years daw, so another consideration, their ages will be in the ratio of 4:5. Find the sum of their ages now. So ang sagot natin dyan is 74 years, no? So palabasin lang natin kung makukuha natin si 74 years. So by the way, yung solution dito is sinulat ko na beforehand para mas bumilis yung video. Bali, babanggitin ko na lang kung paano siya nakuha, and so on and so on. So this will be our solution, no? So tingin na lang kayo dito sa left screen. So nag-let muna tayo ng values, no? Or ng terms. So si B, sabi natin, is the age of a boy. Then G is age of a girl. So we form this equation 1 from the first sentence, no? So sabi niya 2 years ago, meaning yung age ni boy, maminusan natin ng 2. Then yung age naman ni girl, maminusan din natin ng 2 kasi dapat dalawa silang na minusan ng 2. Okay? Kasi 2 years ago, both of them are affected by that timeline. Next, sabi niya, the ratio of the ages of a boy, meaning boy to girl, dapat nasa upper numerator, upper ng division natin, ng fraction, yung age ni boy. Then denominator si girl. Was, so was is an indicator of an equation, no? So the right side of the equation will be 3:4. So 3:4 meaning this should be written as 3/4. So doon po natin nakuha yung equation 1. Then, sabi niya, in 8 years, meaning in 8 years time or in future time, dapat nag-add naman tayo ng 8 years sa age nilang dalawa. So, we have here B plus 8, then G plus 8 sa denominator, no? Then, the ratio daw po ng age nila in 8 years time will be 4:5, meaning that's 4/5. Then, we are asked to find the sum of their ages. So, ang sasab lang po natin is B plus G, no? Excuse. Pasensya nyo guys, medyo may yung lalamunan ko, no? So using equation 1, our first step is to manipulate equation 1, no? Then isolate natin yung value for B lang. Tapos isa-sub natin yung value of b to equation 2. So we have here b minus 2 over g minus 2 is equal to 3:4. Manipulate lang natin. So cross multiplication. So si 4 po lilipat natin dito. Then si g minus 2 lipat natin to the right side of the equation and this will become this one. Then simplifying further, distribute lang po natin yung 4. So 4b. Then 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Then the other side, 3 times g is 3g. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Then we will arrive to this equation. Then, syempre goal natin ma-isolate si b. So, iwan natin si b sa isang side of the equation. So, lipat natin si negative 8. Transposing negative 8 will become positive 8. Then, we are left with 4b is equal to 3g minus 6 plus 8. Then, we need to isolate alone lang si b, no? So, therefore, we are going to divide both sides by 4. So, after dividing that, 4 will be cancelled. Then, we are left with b. Then, the right side of the equation is divided overall to 4. So, let us save this value of b. So, sabi dito, let us sub b to equation 2. So, from our equation 2, tingin kayo dito, b plus 8 over g plus 8 is equal to 4:5. Isa-sub po natin yung value ni b, no? Doon sa may b dito. Then, pag sinab po natin yan, ganito po yung mangyayari sa equation, no? So, meron na tayong 3g plus 2 over 4. Ito po yun. Plus 8 over g plus 8 is equal to 4 over 5. Then, we can manipulate further this equation, no? Then, meron na kasi tayo ditong one equation, one unknown of g. This equation will give us the value of g alone, no? So, this is 42. So, i-shift solve nyo na lang po, no? Then, from this equation na na-shift solve natin or na-solve natin, g pa lang po yung nakuha natin, no? Ang tinatanong po is b plus g. Therefore, kailangan pa natin kunin si b. So, from the equation of b alone, yung nakuha po nating g dito, isub na lang po natin sa may g dito. So, from this equation, from b is equal to 3 times 42 plus 2 over 4. This will give us a value of 32. Then, to finalize our answer, b plus g, we have 32 of b, 42 of g, so 32 plus 42 is 74. Therefore, ang sagot natin for this equation, or for this problem, 74 years. Alright. Let's move on to situation 2. So, Luca is now 18 years old and his colleague Kyrie is 14 years old. How many years ago was Luca twice as old as Kyrie? So, sagot po natin is 10, no? So, palabasin po natin yung sagot natin. So, ang time variable natin dito is now, meaning at present time. So, let us see the solution. So, the solution, let us first let values, no? So, for Luca's age, we have L. Then, Kyrie's age is K. So, take note, this is at present time, no? Kasi, present time po yung consideration natin. Then, equation 1 is L is equal to 18. Then, equation 2 is K is equal to 14, no? Then, we have a condition here. Say X is the past year that satisfies the equation. Meaning, this disregards with the second sentence, no? So, yung tinatanong ko sa sentence 2, how many years ago, kung ilang years na daw yung lumagpas para maging yung age ni Luca is doble ni Kyrie, no? So, paano natin yung gagawa ng equation? So, that equation will become like this, no? So, if we are talking about years ago, therefore, yung age ni Luca dapat and Kyrie is babawasan po natin ng ilang years ago. Yun po yung hinahanap natin, kung ilang years ago po yun. Then, sabi niya, Luca twice as old as Kyrie. Meaning, yung age po ni Kyrie na yun is ito twice natin. Tapos, equate natin sa age ni Luca alone. So, parang we are referring to their ages with respect dun sa may age ni Kyrie, no? Tapos, tinwise po natin siya. Parang ganun. So, ito yung mga common mistake natin, no? Kapag nag-a-analyze. So, ingat po tayo dyan. Then, sub na po natin, no? L is 18. So, 18 minus X. k is 14. So, yung k po natin magiging 14 here. So, we will arrive to this equation. Kulang ng close and open. So, 18 minus x is equal to 2 times 14 minus x. So, simplifying further, distribute lang po natin yung 2. So, 2 times 14 is 28. 2 times negative x is negative 2x. Then, pagsamahin po natin yung like terms, yung may x, tsaka may x sa kabila. So, lipat po natin si negative 2x, transposing to the other side, negative 2x will become positive 2x. Minus x, then 18, lipat sa kabila, this will become negative 18. So, simplifying further, we will arrive to x equal to 10. Meaning, 10 years ago, yung age daw po ni Luca is twice as old as Kyrie. Alright. Let's move on to another situation. No? Situation 3. So, let me read the problem. Julie is 4 times as old as Ethan. And at the same time, 1.5 times as old as Sarah. What fraction of Ethan's age is Sarah? Let's see the solution. No? So, our solution for this one, we first let our values know our variables. So, let us say na Julie's age is J, Ethan's age is E, Sarah's age is S. Then, from the first sentence or the first phrase, Julie is 4 times as old as Ethan. Meaning, is equation J is equal to 4 times as old as Ethan. So, yung E value natin or Ethan's age is 4 times as Julie. Then, 1.5 times. So, we are also repairing from Julie, ano? So, sabi niya 1.5 times. Ilagay na lang po natin is in decimal, no? 1.5 times as old as Sarah. Meaning, 1.5 times natin yung age ni Sarah para maging age ni Julie. And we are asked to what fraction of Ethan's age is Sarah? So, yung unknown natin is, ano? Ito po, no? E over S. So, yung fraction ng age ni Ethan to Sarah. So, our solution will be, since J is equal to J from 2 equation, we can equate both equation. So, first equation is 4E. Second equation is 1.5S. So, simplifying further, gusto natin ang maging itsura ng equation natin is E over S, no? So, dapat isolate natin yung S sa kabilang side para magkaroon ng S din dito sa left side. So, mawawala po yung S dito. Ito po yung nangyari dito, no? 1.5 na lang matitira. So, ito yung magiging equation natin. Now, may 4 pa po dito. Gusto din natin mawala yung 4. So, we divide both sides by 4. Tama? So, mawawala yung 4 dito sa left side. We will arrive to this one. E over S is equal to 1.5 over 4. Or, that's about 3 over 8. So, the fraction, no? Ang age ni Ethan is to Sarah is 3 over 8. So, this is an easy question. Next, let's move on to motion problems po, ano? So, na-discuss ko na po ito sa mga klase ko dati na meron lang po tayong kino-consider dito na ano, formula po no, ng speed lang, which is distance over time. Then, we are after their effective velocity kasi we are concerned with 2 variables. No? So, we have object environment and object-object. So, the column here indicates their direction. No? Then, here is the direction going each other. So, ano po yung mga ibig sabihin nito? Let us discuss. So, first, let's look on to object environment with same direction. So, paano po yun? So, example po niyan, we have a boat. That's the object. Then, the environment is the water. So, same direction. For example, our boat is going to the left. Then, our water is going to the left. To get their effective speed, meaning may speed po si boat, may speed din po si water. To get their effective speed, we add po, no? So, yung speed po ng water plus yung speed ng boat, since same direction po sila, same ng pinupuntahan, we will add their speed to get the effective speed. Then, doon na po tayo magsasagot kung ano po yung ano. So, for example naman po, object environment pa rin po tayo na direction is going each other. For example, we have an airplane. So the airplane is the object. Then the environment is the wind. For example, the wind is going towards the airplane. The airplane is meeting the direction or the direction of the speed of the wind. So the effective speed must be subtracted. Ano? Excuse. Then for object naman po, no? Say for example, we have here Tom and Jerry. So if they are moving in the same direction, so Tom is catching Jerry and they are moving to the left direction, we are to subtract their speeds to get the effective speed, no? Then for tawag dito, meet up naman po na direction of speed ng object. For example, we have here Naruto and Sasuke. So papunta po sila sa isa't isa, no? So yung speed po nila, ideally they are moving toward each other. So they are object, meaning we are to add their speed to get the effective speed. Alright, so to further understand these motion problems in the application of effective speed, we move on to our sample problem. So for our first problem, let me read. Two ships left piers which are 960 kilometers apart and sail towards each other. One ship sailed 32 kilometers faster than the other. If they pass each other at the end of an hour and 12 minutes, what was the rate of the faster ship? So our answer is 416 km per hour. Meaning, so ang ano po natin dito is to imagine the question. So sabi niya there are two ships. For example, we have ship A and ship B. So they are 960 kilometers apart po, no? Sinabi sa first sentence. Then they are moving toward each other. So, naanohan nyo na siguro yung pwede nating masolve, no? Say for example, VA is the speed of ship A and VB is the speed of ship B, no? So, to get their effective speed, take note, they are going to each other, moving toward each other. Then they are object and object. So, first, this is an object going towards each other. We add their effective speed, no? So this will be our working equation. Then from the second sentence, sabi niya, one ship sailed 32 kilometers faster than the other. Sabihin natin si ship A po yung mas mabilis. So from speed ni ship B plus 32 po siya. Kasi sabi sa sentence, yung isang ship daw po mas mabilis ng 32 kilometers dun sa isa. So, ito po yung isa nating working equation. Then, sabi sa third sentence, if they pass at each other at the end of an hour of hour and 12 minutes. So, ito po yung time consideration natin, no? 1 hour and 12 minutes. So, kinonvert ko siya into an hour lang po, no? So, paano nakuha yung 1.2 hours? We divide 12 to 60, no? So, minutes to minutes yan. So, considering 60 minutes in 1 hour, that's about 0.2. So, 1 hour, 1.2 hours po yung 1 hour and 12 minutes. Para mas madali po yung computation natin, no? Para kilometer per hour na lang agad. Then, effective speed should be the speed to cover 960 kilometers and the time considered. So, ito po yung magiging effective speed natin, no? From distance over time formula ng speed. So, that's 960 kilometers divided by 1.2 hours. The effective speed should be 800 kilometers per hour. So, from this po yan, no? Kinalculate po natin. Then, sabi natin sa working equation natin ng effective speed, we add their speed individually kasi they are object going towards each other. So, meron na po tayo na-solve na effective speed. Then, si VA po, sabi natin, mas mabilis ng 32 kay VB. So, therefore, yung equation na ito, isasub po natin dito. Kaya, naging, ito na po equation, no? Effective speed, yung VA natin is VB plus 32 plus VB. So, simplifying further, dalawa na yung BB. So 800 is equal to 2B plus 32. So, one equation, one unknown. We can further manipulate this one and solve the equation. So, 32 transposing to negative side to the other side. This will become 800 minus 32 is equal to 2VB. So, this will become 768 is equal to 2VB. Then, dividing both sides by 2. Cancel 2. VB is 384. So, speed daw po nung boat B natin or ng ship B natin is 384 kilometers per hour. Pero, ang tinatanong po sa atin, rate of the faster ship, meaning yung mas mabilis po, no? Sabay po natin kanina, si ship A is 32 faster than the VB, no? So, from that equation, VA is equal to VB plus 32. So, yung VB natin, may value na tayo. So, 384 plus 32, we will arrive to the 416 km per hour. So, 384 to 416, mas mabilis po yung 416, kaya yun po yung final answer natin for this problem. Excuse. Next, we move on to situation 2 for motion problem. Let me read the problem, no? The boat travels downstream in 2/3 the time as it does upstream. If the speed of the river current is 8 km per hour, determine the velocity of the boat in still water. So, identify muna natin yung mga ano dito, no, mga concern, no? So, downstream meaning going down, then upstream po is going up, no? So, the upstream is the higher point of a body of water. Then, the river current po, ito po yung tulak ng river. So, 8 kilometers per hour po yung speed ng tubig. Then, ang tinatanong sa atin is velocity of the boat in still water. Meaning, kalmadong tubig. So, let us say na yung speed of boat in still water is V. Okay? So, hindi pa affected ng current. Okay? Ng river current. Sabihin natin, na yung downstream, pag downstream po, no, meaning ito yung boat mo, direction niya, malamang by gravity, yung water or river current is pababa din po. Tama? So, they are moving parallel direction or the same direction po yung movement nila. No? So, this is a downstream movement is a object environment, no? Kasi boat and water, boat or river relationship. So, sabi natin, balikan natin, no, object environment. Going the same direction, we add their speeds. So, from this one, speed of the boat plus the river current, we add their speed to get the effective speed. Then, upstream naman po, same din po siya ng scenario, no? So, kung upstream yan, ang river current natin, malamang pababa. Tapos ang speed natin, upstream paakyat. So that's going toward each other. So we minus naman po from object and environment relationship. Then, let us see, no? Supposed to be, the effective speed going downstream and upstream should be equal. Pero, sabi niya, ang condition niya, the boat travels downstream in 2/3 the time as it upstream. Meaning, isipin mong mabuti, no? Yung time po yung pinagkukumpara. 2/3 lang daw po nung time na umaakyat yung river is ganun yung binilis niya, no? So, meaning, kasi isipin mo mabuti, pag downstream ka, tapos pababa ng tubig, mas mabilis ka. Okay? So, pag pataas ka upstream, mahihirapan kang umakyat. Kasi against yung water, no? Yung direction ng water. So, sabi niya, yung speed going upstream, supposed to be they are equal, no? Yan, B minus 8 is 2/3 the time lang of the downstream speed. So, ito po, sa downstream natin siya times kasi mas maliit yung time na kailangan natin sa downstream para maabot yung baba compared to upstream. Okay? So, distributing this one, no? So, 2/3 times 8. So this will become 2/3 V plus 16 over 3. Then, tanggalin na natin yung parenthesis. So, simplifying further, pagsamahin po natin yung B tsaka yung 2/3 B. So, yung 2/3 B po, transpose to the other side will become negative. Negative 8 transpose to the other side will become positive 8. So, this we will arrive to this equation. So, 16 over 3 plus 8 is 40 over 3 po, ano? So, check nyo na lang sa calcu. Baka may trust issues kayo eh. Then, 1B minus 2/3 B is equal to 1/3 B. So, this will be our equation. Simplifying further, may fraction, may common denominator. So, anong gagawin natin? We both multiply both sides by 3 para mawala yung 3. So, 40 over 3 times 3, mawala yung 3, 40 na lang. 1/3 times 3, makakancel yung 3, B na lang. Okay? So, therefore, V is equal to 40 kilometers per hour. Pero sabi natin kanina, nilet natin, no? The speed of the boat in still water. So, directly, yun na po yung sagot natin. Alright. Move on tayo guys sa clock problems. So clock problems po, ang concern lang po natin dito is how the hour hand and minute hand move. So first po, investigate natin bakit 0.5 degrees per minute po. No? So sabi natin, a circle. Siyempre, clock is 360 degrees, no? Circle. Then, that 360 degrees, in terms of hour hand, pag nag-move po yung hour hand natin, from 12, tapos napunta sa 1, so, nag-move siya ng 1 hour. Okay, so that 360 degrees divide natin sa 12 hours. Tama? So, that will become 30. So, 30 degrees po per hour. Then, ang per hour is divided into what? 60 minutes. Tama? So, yung 30 degrees po natin na per hour, convert natin. So, in 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. Therefore, makancel yung R. So, basically, mag-arrive tayo sa 30 divided by 60. So, that's 30 degrees per 60 minutes or 0.5 degrees per minute. Meaning, kada isang minuto po, yung hour hand po natin, for example ito, kada isang minuto, nagmo-move siya ng 0.5 degrees per minute. Okay? Then for minute hand naman po, we have 6 degrees here, no? So, from 360 degrees na main circle natin, we divide that to how many minutes in a clock? There are 60 minutes, tama? So, 360 degrees divided by 60 minutes, we will arrive to 6 degrees per minute. So, pwede rin po natin sabihin na this is 0.5t. And this is 6t. Pero alam natin dapat na naka-degrees yun, no? So, si 0.5t po, yung t po is yung time na, time in minutes po, no, na lumipas. Para mas madali nating malaman kung gaano kalayo yung nilagtaw or nilakbay nung hour hand. Same with 6t. So, yung t po natin is yung indicator ng minutes pass. So, kung unari 30 minutes, so 60 degrees, 6 degrees times 30 minutes, yun po yung minug ng minute hand natin. Then, common notes, 90 degrees is 15 minutes, 180 degrees is 30 minutes. Another one is yung pag-consider po natin nung start natin, no? Yung start hour natin, kung saan tayo nagsimula. So, for example, we started with 1 o'clock, no? 1 o'clock. So, for example, nandito yung hour hand natin, tapos ito yung minute hand. So, ang start hour po natin is yung angle po nila. So, sabi natin per hour is about 30 degrees. So, meaning, yung angle po natin at start, kung 1 p.m. tayo nag-start, so that's about 30 degrees. So, common notes bago tayo mag-start sa sample problem. First problem. At what time between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock will the hands of the clock extend in exactly opposite direction, no? So, ito yung answer natin, 2:43 daw. 0.64. So, solution, the answer must be between 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock kasi yun yung condition niya, no? So, ang start natin malamang is 2 o'clock. Kaya yung blue po dyan, yun yung start natin, R. So, nakikita nyo na siguro, no? Kukunan natin ng angle yan. Then, if exactly opposite direction, the R hand and minute hand forms 180 degrees. Tama? In triangle po, ganun, diba? Ito po is 180 degrees. So, meaning, kung yung R hand natin forms directly opposite direction with minute hand, they form 180 degrees. So, ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina, no? From R hand, it moves 0.5 degrees per minute. But we can use this one, 0.5t. Then, t po yung indicator ng minutes pass natin. Kung ilan na yung lumipas, ganun din po yung minove ng HH or R hand natin. Same for minute hand. So, it moves 6 degrees per minute or we can say 60. Then, T po is yung lagi, no? Yung minutes pass, yung lumipas na minuto. So, for example, 30 minutes na yung lumipas. Sablang po nating 30 dito. So, that's about, yun na po yung magiging movement natin for minute hand alone. Okay? So, let us solve this problem. So, sabi niya, our starting R is at 2 o'clock. So, ito po yung 2 o'clock, no? So, itong green na yan, yung kinakover natin, starting R, that's, sabi natin is, per hour is 30 degrees per hour. Okay? 30 degrees per hour. Pero, this one is 2 hours. Tama? The opening of the starting R is 2 hours. So, 30 degrees per hour times 2. Yung starting angle po natin, no, is 60 degrees. Meaning, this one, this green, 60 degrees. Tapos, kung for example, sinabi natin na yung, sabi ng tanong mismo pala, sorry, exactly opposite each other. Meaning, may minove po yung R hand natin, sobrang liit. At the same time, yung minute hand natin, originally, may minove po siya hanggang dun sa may bago. So, itong minute R hand natin, nag-move din po siya ganito. Okay? So, yung movement po ng R hand natin is calculated with 0.5t. Kasi, nag-move siya 0.5 degrees per minute. Pero, gusto natin in minutes tayo mag-solve, ano? So, yung lumipas. Yung lumipas na minutes, yung t, is yun lang po yung minove ng minute hand natin. Ito po yun, no? Then, for minute hand movement po naman, the red one, tingin na lang po kayo dyan. Sa red one, yung movement po na yan in degrees is 6 degrees per minute. Ta-times po natin sa kung ilang minutes po yung lumipas. Okay? Say T is the minutes pass to cause opposite direction of our hand and minute hand. So, our working equation, tingin po kayo dito, no? Ito sabi natin yung minove ng, ano natin, minute hand. So, yung angle po na ma-form dyan is 60 kasi minute hand po yung consideration. Then, ito pong angle 2 natin na na-form nating second equation. Ito po siya, hindi po yung blue lang. Ito po yan. Okay? So, sabi natin, yung angle na nag-start tayo, ito po, yung angle na yan, plus yung 0.5t, yung minove po nung R hand natin. Kaya, may plus. So, meaning, yung red po natin, itong red na to, is the theta 1. Okay? Then, our theta 2 is from start to R hand movement. Ito po yung theta 2 natin. Okay? And from that, we can create a working equation. Sabi natin here, theta 1 minus 180. So, pansinin nyo, no? This is our theta 1, sabi mo. Minus mo to. Ito. Eh, di ba yung natira dito, is yun yung theta 2. Tama? So, theta 1 minus 180 degrees from the condition of the problem. Theta 1 minus 180 degrees is equal to theta 2. Okay? So, this will be our working equation. So, meron tayong equation 1 and 2 here. Let us solve the problem. So, theta 1 is 60. So, sub lang po natin yan here. So, in theta 1 natin, magiging 60 minus 180. Then, yung start R natin, no? Theta 2 is starting R plus 0.5t. Sabi natin kanina, this one, itong buka na to is 60 degrees. Meaning, from this equation, salpak lang po natin dito, no? Theta 2 is this one. Start R is 60 plus 0.5t. This one is the 0.5t, ano? 0.5t. So, we will arrive to one unknown. So, we have one equation, one unknown. We can further manipulate this equation. So, this one, lipat natin sa kabilang side. 60 minus 0.5t will become 5.5t. 60, lipat natin 180. 60 plus 180 will become 240. Okay? So, divide both sides by 5.5. 240 divided by 5.5. T will become 43.63 minutes. So, ang final answer natin is 2:43.64. So, 2 o'clock, 43 minutes, 64 seconds. 64. Alright. So, we move on to situation 2. Our situation 2, ito yung tanong, after how many minutes after 12 noon will the minute hand and the hour hand of the clock make an angle of 120 degrees for the first time? So, our solution will be ganun pa rin, no? So, ang preset natin, no? Preset natin is yung yung 1 natin and theta 2. Theta 1 natin is the angle caused by the minute hand and theta 2 is the angle from start caused by the start R. Since it is 12 noon, okay, 0 degrees po yun, ano? Plus 0.5t. Ito naman po yung sa may R hand. So basically, theta 1 refers to what? This angle of the circle. Then, theta 2 is the angle from start R, which is 0, plus yung movement ng R hand natin, no? So, by the way, kung 12 noon yan, ito yung R hand and minute hand natin. Tama? Then, ilang minutes daw, first nilang makakapag-create ng 120 degrees. So, for example, nandito pa rin yung R hand natin between 12 and 1. Then, create lang tayo ng unknown, no? Unknown kung saan nakatutok yung minute hand natin. Tapos yung angle caused by that time is 120 degrees, sabi sa problem. So, try natin palabasin yung 21.8 minutes. Okay? So, simplify the solution. Ito po yung ating working equation. Sabi natin, this one is theta 2 and this one is theta 1. So, from here, look at this one. Theta 1, si theta 1, ito po, ano? Magiging equal po siya kay theta 2 kapag yung theta 1 po, binawasan natin ito. Tama? So, ito yung matitira dyan, di ba? Ito. So, 120 yung consideration ng problem. So, theta 1 minus 120 is theta 2. Then, theta 1, theta 2, isub po natin yung value ni theta 2. Sabi natin si theta 2 is start R, yung angle ng start plus 0.5t. So, angle of start natin is 0 degrees kasi nakatutok sa 12 nun. Then, 0.5t. So, our equation will become theta 1 minus 120 is equal to 0 degrees plus 0.5t. Then, si theta 1 po, sabi natin sa default nating equation, is 60. Kaya our equation will become 60 minus 120 is equal to 0.5t. Then, we have here one equation, one unknown. We can further simplify this equation. So, transpose natin ito, positive sign to the other side. This will become negative. 60 minus 0.5t is equal to 120 degrees. Then, this will become 5.5t is equal to 120. Dividing both sides by 5.5, our t will become what? This one. 21.8181 minutes. So, in that case, magka-create po yung minute hand natin and hour hand ng 120 degrees angle for the first time after 12 noon after 21.8181 minutes. Alright. So, siguro, para mas gumaling kayo sa ganitong mga miscellaneous problems, mag-practice po tayo ng madaming problems pa po, ano? So, that would be all. I hope this video helps you during your review or your study in algebra, ano? So, kapag may question po kayo, comment. Pwede pong paki-comment na lang po dyan sa comment section natin. And kung gusto niyo pong may matulungan pa po tayong ibang tao, mga nag-aaral nito, share po natin sa kanila itong video nito. Hanggang doon lang po, and thank you.